Imagine a world where blood was the currency of entertainment, where the roar of the crowd was louder than the screams of the dying, and where life itself could be wagered for the amusement of thousands. Welcome to ancient Rome, a city of power, grandeur, and unspeakable cruelty. The sun rises over the colossal amphitheater, casting long shadows across the stone seats where tens of thousands have gathered. The air is thick with anticipation, a charged silence that trembles like a bowstring ready to snap. This is no ordinary day in Rome. This is the day when mere mortals step into the arena where glory and death walk hand in hand. The crowd murmurs, there whispers a low tide that swells into a roar as the gates swing open. From behind those heavy doors, the gladiators emerge, stripped of all but their courage and their weapons. Some are seasoned veterans, their bodies a tapestry of scars. Each mark a story of survival against men, beasts, and fate itself. Others are novices, trembling with fear, yet burning with the desire to etch their name into history. Their footsteps echo across the sands, a rhythm that mirrors the pounding of hearts both in the arena and beyond. The spectacle begins not with the clash of steel, but with the tension of anticipation. Every eye is fixed, every breath held as the combatants circle, studying, calculating, aware that a single misstep could be the last. Here strength matters, but so does cunning. A powerful strike may win the day, but a clever feint may save a life. And life in Rome's grand arenas is a fragile thing, as fleeting as a candle flame in the wind. The crowd cheers, shouts, and gasps as blades meet armor, as shields splinter, and as blood stains the sand, a stark reminder of the price of entertainment. Each match is not just a fight. It is a narrative, a drama where courage and fear collide, where honor and survival are intertwined. For the Romans, the spectacle is more than violence. It is a testament to the strength, discipline, and unyielding spirit that defines their empire. And yet amid the thrill, there is a haunting truth. The roar of the crowd is never truly for the men. They are instruments in a ritual of power, a reminder that life and death can be wielded as easily as a sword. In this arena, legends are born and forgotten souls are buried beneath the sands of history, leaving only whispers of their bravery, their terror. The savage games that held an empire spell. The gates creak open once more, but this time it is not men who step into the arena. From the shadows, a chorus of growls and roars emerges, echoing through the stone corridors, shaking the hearts of all who listen. Lions, tigers, leopards, creatures born to rule the wild, now brought to Rome for a cruel form of amusement. The air grows thick with tension as the crowd leans forward, hungry for the spectacle that is about to unfold. These are no tame animals. Each one is a predator in its element, eyes glinting with a primal intelligence, claws digging into the earth, muscles coiled like springs. And before them, the gladiators stand, armed with only swords, spears, and shields, humanity pitted against nature's most merciless designs. The audience knows that each moment will balance on the razor edge between life and death. The hunt begins. A lion charges, its roar shaking the very foundations of the amphitheater. The gladiator sidesteps, thrusting a spear with precision, but the beast does not falter. Its power is immense, its speed terrifying. Each clash of man and beast is a story written in blood, sweat, and unyielding will. One misstep, one lapse in concentration, and the sands drink another life, leaving only a stain to mark the passage of courage. For the Romans, these games are more than spectacle. They are a lesson in dominance, a ritual that displays not only the empire's wealth and reach, but its command over life itself. To bring the most dangerous creatures from distant lands, to force them to dance at the whim of men, is to showcase power in its rawest form. And yet, amid the horror, there is awe, an acknowledgement of nature's might, a reverence for the raw, untamed force that even the empire cannot fully control. As the sun dips toward the horizon, the echoes of growls fade, leaving behind the silence of the arena. The bloodied sand is testimony to courage, brutality, and the terrifying beauty of survival against impossible odds. Rome watches, mesmerized, bound to the thrill and horror of a world where men fight beasts and where the line between hunter and hunted is as thin as a whisper. The amphitheater transforms. Stone and sand give way to water, as engineers of the empire flood the arena to create a miniature sea, a watery stage for death and spectacle. Ships perfectly scaled for combat glide into place, their sails catching the wind, their oars slicing through the shallow waves. The audience holds its collective breath, knowing that what they are about to witness is a marvel of engineering and a testament to the cruelty of power. Men not sailors, but prisoners, gladiators, and sometimes condemned criminals take the decks. Their hands grip the oars, their hearts pound like war drums. Each knows that the battle ahead is not a game. One false move, one misjudged strike, and they will be dragged beneath the waves, swallowed by the very arena that was meant to showcase their courage. Yet, the roar of the crowd pushes them forward, urging them to fight, to survive, to perform a dance between death and glory. Clash begins. Spears are hurled, swords flash, and the hulls of ships crash against one another with bone-jarring impact. Water sprays in every direction, mingling with sweat, blood, and the cries of men testing fate. From above, the spectators see not just combat, but theater, a reenactment of distant naval victories, a spectacle of imperial might that turns punishment into entertainment, history into drama, and survival into myth. The scale is immense, the risk unimaginable. Ships sink, men drown, and yet amid the chaos, heroes are born. Those who survived the waves, who mastered the tides of violence, are celebrated, their names echoing through the corridors of the Empire. But for every hero, there are countless others whose lives are claimed by the unforgiving waters, leaving only ripples and whispers behind. These Naumachiae are more than games. They are lessons in power, spectacle, and fear. They remind Rome that the Empire can command even the oceans, bending nature itself to its will, and that life, whether on land or sea, is a fragile gift easily snatched away. And as the waters recede, leaving shattered ships and blood-stained waves, the crowd rises, applauding the spectacle, oblivious to the human cost of the Empire's grandeur. The gates swing open not for heroes, not for warriors, but for those condemned by the law, the unlucky, the forgotten. Rome has no shortage of criminals, thieves, rebels, political enemies, and in the arenas their fate becomes the theater of the powerful. The crowd leans forward, hungry for the spectacle, eager to witness the Empire's justice unfold in a way that is both horrifying and mesmerizing. These men and women are stripped of dignity, forced to face their end as the Empire turns punishment into performance. Some are given weapons, thrust into combat against one another, where survival is both impossible and expected. Others are cast into the arena against beasts, their screams swallowed by the roar of lions, leopards, or bears, a chorus of terror and awe. Every movement is watched, every misstep magnified, every life weighed against the hunger for entertainment. The spectacle is calculated, the execution is ritualized. The Empire ensures that fear spreads not only among those in the arena, but across the city itself. To witness a criminal's demise is a lesson in obedience, a reminder of Rome's power, and a chilling affirmation that no one is safe, no one above the law, especially when the law is in the hands of the mighty. And yet amid the brutality, there is a strange, somber beauty. Courage blooms in the most desperate places. A condemned man who faces a lion without flinching, a rebel who challenges his executioners, leaves an indelible mark upon the sands of the arena. Their defiance, however fleeting, becomes legend, a whisper of humanity in a world designed to crush it. For Rome, this is more than punishment. It is entertainment, propaganda, and ritual, all woven together in blood-stained spectacle. The arena becomes a mirror of the Empire itself, powerful, merciless, and magnificent. And as the sun dips low and the crowd disperses, the echoes of fear, courage, and the cries of the condemned linger in the air, a haunting reminder that in ancient Rome life was never cheap, but it was always a story told in the blood of the unfortunate. The amphitheater falls silent, yet the tension hangs thick, like smoke before a storm. Rome understood that true power was not only shown through the strength of men or the ferocity of beasts, but through the mind, through fear itself. Every spectacle, every brutal contest, every life spilled upon the sand served a greater purpose. To remind the Empire that it could command hearts as easily as it commanded swords. The citizens watch not merely for sport, but to witness the fragility of life. To see a man fall, a beast triumph, a ship sink, they are reminded that existence is fleeting, that fortune is fickle, and that the Emperor's gaze stretches farther than they can imagine. Fear becomes a tool, subtle yet unyielding, binding the people to the grandeur of Rome while instilling obedience and awe. Even the smallest acts, an execution at dawn, a gladiator's hesitation, a criminal trembling at the edge of the arena, resonate across the city. Families leave with a mixture of horror and exhilaration. their minds imprinted with the Empire's power, their imaginations haunted by what they have witnessed. Rome does not merely fight wars with armies. It wages psychological campaigns, turning entertainment into a weapon sharper than any sword. And in these moments, the line between spectacle and terror blurs. The crowd cheers, yet there is unease beneath the roar. Every display of courage, every desperate struggle against death is a reminder of mortality, of vulnerability, of the chaos that lies just beyond civilization's borders. The Empire has built arenas, flooded seas, unleashed beasts, and orchestrated bloodshed, all to demonstrate a simple truth. Survival is precious, and Rome decides who keeps it. Yet amid the fear, a strange reverence emerges. The spectators are witnesses to human resilience, to bravery in the face of certain doom. In this theater of terror, Rome teaches a profound lesson. Power is forged in the mind, and fear is the forge. And as the sun sets and the amphitheater empties, the echoes of screams, roars, and clashing steel linger like ghosts. Rome has entertained, terrified, and instructed in one grand spectacle. In the hearts of its citizens, the Empire's lesson is etched. In this world, life is fragile, power is absolute, and fear is eternal.